Now that's how you open a show.
Yeah, baby.
Hello and welcome.
Thank you for having us. We're really happy to be here.
Well, I'm your host Pedro. This is the Pink Sofa Hour, and I'm joined today by Lady Romeo. Lady Romeo?
Mayo.
Romeo.
Romeo.
I always get that wrong. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
You should have briefed.
How did you guys come up with that name?
It's kind of random, and I think it was Gerald who said it ultimately. But I know I didn't come up with it.
Because I remember being at a party very early on when we were coming up with it, and Gerald, you were like, "We're gonna be Lady Romeo." I was like, "Okay."
I don't remember that.
I thought it
you
was in a
said
car.
it. No? Okay, well,
I
yeah.
thought we were in a car when we talked about it.
Maybe.
So Asha's last
Whatever.
name is Romeo, and you know.
And it's pronounced like that specifically.
Yeah, it's pronounced like that
Italian.
because your dad's Italian.
Romeo.
Romeo.
Yeah,
Romeo.
exactly.
But you know, it also is kind of like it looks like Lady Romeo. So on paper it looks kind of fun, but you know, it is Lady Romeo. We argued about having a accent there for a long time.
That would be cool. But make it kind of hard to search for if, like, specifically
Exactly.
the accent, you know, SEO, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And do people actually pay any attention to those? I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's true. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves? Just give us a little overview of who you are and say hello to the audience.
For sure, I'll start. I'm Asha Romeo. I'm the singer of the band, and yeah, I think this specific group of people started with Gerald and I, and then Jack pretty quickly, and then everybody else slowly became part of the group. But yeah, I've written a bit of original music on my own before I was part of the band, and yeah, at the time that we met, I was at CU. We were all at CU. I was studying vocal performance and music education.
Nice.
And, now I'm here.
And you just recently graduated.
Yes, in
Yeah.
December of 22.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. I'm very relieved.
Who's next?
My name is Gerald Robinson, and I met Asha on like the second day of our 8 a.m. music theory class. I had just transferred from the engineering college into music school, and I saw that she had an Interlochen sticker on her water bottle, and Interlochen's up in Michigan, and I've gone there a bunch, and so I started talking to her, and then I think after that we went into a practice room and played Stormy Weather, and I recorded that, and after that I went home and showed Jack. I was like, Jack, I found this really good singing, and the rest was history. But yeah, I'm a musician. I studied classical guitar and math at CU Boulder, and now I'm at CU Denver studying audio engineering for my master's degree. I'm also a magician.
He's a really good magician.
Really good
Magic.
magician.
Like an infuriatingly good musician.
Actually, like, I will verify that. I've seen the magic, and it has been astounding.
Yeah.
Rowan, you've been here before. You know this.
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah, let's
What's
do
your
it.
deal?
Hi, my name is Rowan Woodbury. I hit things with sticks and make people shake their butts in the process. Joined this group. Kind of feel like I squeezed myself in here. I was in classes with Gerald and Asha, and you know we're talking about the philosophy of music behind Bach or whatever. And at some point, Gerald worked in Muse to the conversation, the rock band, which I'm crazy into. So you were on my radar. I was like, I need to work with this person. He's in the classical college of music, but he gets this whole rock thing. Yeah, and he at one point told one of our classes, "Hey, my band's throwing a house party. You should come." And I didn't know him hardly at all.
He told the
And
whole
I showed.
class.
I
Yeah,
stood up in the entire class and said, hey, I'm having a house show. It's at this address.
Yeah. To be fair, I think there were probably a couple of us.
4
that came.
people came
Yeah.
from that class.
It's something. I was one of them. But yeah, I showed up, and there was another drummer friend playing with them, and I thought, cool. And then Gerald walked up to me after the show and was like, yeah, drummer friend is going back to college, not in Colorado. Come jam with us. And then it just kind of kept going from there.
Nice.
Yeah.
You forgot to mention your eyebrow skills.
What?
Yeah,
I'm
baby.
so confused. Good eyebrows? I'll take that.
Next.
Hi, I'm Jack Rockwell. I'm the bassist for Lady Romeo. I've been playing in bands with Gerald for, like 9 or 10 years now. This is our second group. I've been in and out of a couple different groups. And yeah, this is just the most recent project I've had with Gerald. She's been playing for so many years at this point, so yeah.
Fantastic.
All right.
Your turn.
I guess.
I don't know if I need to cue people or
Yeah, right.
feel like the dynamic.
No, it's my time. I'm Chris Kerr. I play guitar and keyboards and do production and stuff for Lady Romeo. I'm a composer and budding sound designer and audio engineer. Currently still in school with Gerald. We've managed to stick together for too long now, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I have fun hitting buttons a lot, so that's what I do.
There's some very cool buttons for the record.
I like these buttons. They're good buttons.
A lot of people like the buttons. And
A lot
for
of
the
people
record,
like the buttons.
Yeah, I've seen on TV. We did get a request for a magic trick, I'm just saying, at some point.
yeah, for
You're
people
prepared.
who are tuning in for the first time, we do have a monitor here in the studio that we are reading, and everybody's lively emojis and or requests will show
I
up.
like that one.
We'll have a little audience questions section at the end if you guys want to entertain that.
Sure,
It can
absolutely.
get a little rowdy sometimes.
Nice.
So you started off the show playing Yellow Room, which was the very first release that you guys ever did, but also, I guess, potentially the last release.
Close to the last.
Close to the last one.
You guys got more up your sleeve.
Yeah.
At least one
One or
more.
two.
We have one, probably two up our sleeve. We did something for our Tiny Desk contest submission that I'd really like to do with the whole band and get it recorded. And we just did something that, again, we talked about this before this, but it's kind of bookending our band. We played a jam that we kind of started our band with, in the sense of like something that we warmed up with. We finally got that recorded, and we're having a good friend of ours mix that, so that'll be good. That's coming up.
Does that one have a name?
It's a cover of the Too Many Zoos, which is a horn band. It's a cover of their song "Car Alarm."
Oh.
So it's just kind of a licky song that we just would.
You almost touched your guitar there. You good shit.
It goes like that for a little bit. You guys are looking.
You almost cued us.
You were looking
I was
a
gonna
little-
say,
yeah. Normally this
we
doesn't
could
start
play
with
it.
me. Normally
Oh.
this starts with Jack. But
I'm getting excited.
but yeah, so we recorded that, and that's coming soon.
Nice. That's awesome. You guys do a lot of original music, and I have seen some covers as well. In particular, I feel like Ramble On was something I don't see a lot of bands attempt, and for good reason. It's a tough song to really reproduce faithfully. But you guys put your own spin on that way back in Enigma Bazaar
Yeah.
on my birthday. It was a great time. Thank you for playing it.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Um,
saying that.
Ted. Nice.
Definitely.
Hey, Ted.
We've got a very lively chat.
Yeah, we
So,
wouldn't be able to do that song without Asha. Really, like one of the first gigs that we ever played. It was like the first show that Jack, Asha, and I played together was like a New Year's house party, and we played Black Dog.
Ooh.
I missed
Yeah,
Black
yeah.
Dog.
You missed Black Dog.
God damn
I
it.
did too. I did too for the record. So yeah.
But yeah, so, and then we played that and a bunch of Mac DeMarco songs, and that was and then we got shut down because all our neighbors hated us. But
Yeah.
it was still a really good time for, yeah. That was the first gig that the three of us played together, right?
I thought it was the second. I thought the first one was at Zach's house. With-
No, this was.
I thought that was second, maybe.
I think that was second.
I must have mixed
I
it
don't-
up
We
then.
needed to
Yeah.
get on the same page.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Good question.
So, sorry to change the subject.
Go
again,
ahead.
But Yellow Room, going back to Yellow Room, I wanted to talk a little bit more about that song because there's like two lyrics in it that I particularly enjoy. They kind of remind me of Thundercat a little bit.
Ooh.
I hope you like ramen.
Nice.
Like, definitely something I could hear him saying in a song, and then also rolling around like change in my pocket. I
Nice.
feel like those are nice lyrics. Asha, do you do most of the lyrical
I do most
songwriting?
of it, but that song was a lot of collaboration with Gerald and I think particularly the chorus was mostly you, just kind of like saying some silly lyrics and I just was like, okay, and I never changed them, and I don't know, I think they give a really fun vibe to the song. So
Yeah, they're kind of silly, but they also kind of have this like speaking from the heart sort of distinctive, like mundane quality, like the divine in the mundane sort of a thing. I
Yeah.
feel like Thundercat does that a lot, talking about like comic books and like Diablo and shit like that. It's,
Yeah.
it's great.
That song also has Violet Femmes trickle out. Violet Femmes trickle out of her bedroom in a cloud of smoke. Is that what it is?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's Monday. Yeah, it's exactly like finding. It's like a Miyazaki movie. It's like they're cooking and it's the
Yeah.
mundane, but it's a nice little scene.
You know, it's funny that you bring up Miyazaki
Oh.
because on my notes I have anime written down.
As you should.
I have to ask about it because you guys have
That's
a
awesome.
song called Akira,
Yeah.
which one of my favorites, by the way.
Very nice.
Really sick.
Yes.
But also one of my favorite movies. Fantastic movie. Were you guys kind of inspired by that movie when you wrote that song a little bit, or?
that was Chris.
So
that's
so yeah, that's the I guess the only song that I've definitely even or at least written in entirety. Maybe the only one I've really written lyrics for. But yeah, Akira is Akira. The word means wake up. If you were to translate it from Japanese, so that song, the chorus says, "When I wake up, I'll see you." And without going into too much detail, that song is about a friend of mine that we lost to suicide, and it was about hoping to see him again someday. And so that movie was something that he introduced me to and definitely stuck with me and resonated with me. So that was both an homage to him and that was just the worst timing I could imagine. But classic me, ain't it? Anywho, so yeah. For anyone who didn't notice, I smacked my guitar and made that sound. So I apologize if you're listening on headphones. Anywho, yeah, that's Akira. Thank you for bringing that song up.
That was
No,
an
you.
interesting way to segue.
Yeah.
What a magnificent instrument.
Yes.
So that was a release that you guys put on the Lady Romeo LP, right?
Yes.
It's the very first long play album that you guys released back in 2021. I assume there's no plans for making another LP before the summer is over, but you guys thinking about doing some more recording apart from this cover that you're gonna potentially release?
Yeah.
Got one more original
Nice.
that we've have we performed it live?
I don't think
I'm
so.
not sure. Yeah, maybe not, but we've recorded it
Yeah.
a little bit,
Bits
but not
of it.
professionally.
Yeah.
So
Bits of it.
I think one more.
Yeah, one more. And you've got a connection with a really awesome, cool studio in Boulder that I think we're gonna try and record at potentially.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, we're just trying to find a cool place to record our final song, and yeah, I think. And the title song is also speaks a lot to like, kind of encompasses a lot of things in our band. I think the lyrics do at least.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of a good song to end on for sure.
Yeah.
And it kind of wraps things up.
And we're doing something with so on this last EP we worked with strings, and on this one we brought in a horn player. We've never done that before, so yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Wait, who did we bring in? Gabby?
Jeremy.
Oh.
Yeah, Jeremy's
okay.
gonna play on it.
Great.
Hopefully.
That's
Nice.
okay. Yeah.
Shout out Jeremy.
Shout out Jeremy.
Love you, Jeremy. Miss you, homie.
So it's been interesting to see how you guys have kind of evolved the sound, starting with like So It Goes, and
Yeah.
incorporating more sort of like electronic instruments, more like guitar effects, stuff that kind of pushes the sound more into like funk electro kind of stuff sometimes. But I listened to So It Goes, and I really rather enjoyed sort of like this folky, laid back version of Lady Romeo that it just seemed like a surprise, given that like my first introduction to you guys was hearing it live, which is like an awesome rowdy show that like definitely like makes me want to kind of shake my booty a little bit. So was the original sort of process a little bit more on the folky side in terms of genre, or was it kind of always a plan to start incorporating more of like a livelier element into into the band?
I don't really know if any of it was planned. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I was not there for the very early days where tunes like So It Goes were written, but I don't know, I feel like we never talked about like let's focus our sound in one direction or another. It kind of just happened.
Yeah.
That particular EP, we recorded in a shed in my backyard as well during the COVID summer. So we were quite
Big
limited.
panini.
What? Yeah, we were very limited in what we could do.
Uh-huh.
Yellow Room we recorded in the basement of the CU Music Building, like the week everything shut down.
To clarify, not in a music studio, in a composition classroom sort of environment where I was put in a closet and couldn't hear anything, let alone a click. And like 3 of us just kind of went and recorded it, low quality down there, and then the world shut down, and then slowly over the next 6 months we had some vocal parts and I believe some key parts that got laid on top of it. And then the rest of the tunes on that were really, really done in that shed. I remember being like shirtless in July, playing cajon in like this 90-degree shed to one mic with a
Ladies.
shaker. Ladies.
You should have been there.
What about those photos if you want them, by the way?
Oh really?
Yeah, I've
Yes.
got photos of that.
Yes,
exact
I do
day.
want
Okay.
Valuable
I'll send those to
content,
you.
And there's you playing. I have pictures of you playing the bass out in our backyard and stuff.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't remember that. I remember playing the Birds.
Oh yeah, and there's the
Yes.
playing the birds on. There's like the interlude that we have on that.
Yeah.
So we got a Korg Chaos Pad, which they use. Radiohead uses. Johnny Greenwood uses, and I got it. You found it on Craigslist, and we just went and got it, right? And so I found one synth on there that was just like bird sounds, and so I made up this kind of like interlude thing with you and I one day, and because I was like, we need a 5th song. I don't know. How about this? And so we came up with it, and then just the night of, we were sitting. It was late night. We were sitting in the back, in the shed, and we recorded it. And he just started playing the Chaos Pad with the birds, and I was like, yeah, this works really nicely. Is that how you remember it?
Yeah, we were just like messing around, and I was like, this sounds like a bird. Does this sound like a bird to you guys?
But I'm saying, like, in the
Yeah.
recording, you kind of just went for it. There was no tonality. You were just like,
Oh,
I'm
no.
a bird.
Yeah, I was just the birds.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff on that album kind of reminded me almost of like songs that I heard on like the Where the Wild Things Are movie
Oh, cool.
soundtrack.
That's
That's
awesome.
cool.
It was really good, and I really enjoyed some of the like finger picking, very like classical inspired finger picking stuff on that one. Cool compositions overall, but yeah, it just was a pretty surprising little introduction for me to more sounds that you guys have made.
Yeah.
After that, you guys released a live album, which I always love listening to at the Muse, right?
Yeah.
Live
Yeah.
at the Muse. How was that show for you guys?
Well, that was
That was wild.
we were the only people there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so what,
No one
did
else.
we even live stream it, or was it just
No.
recorded?
We just
I think we
recorded.
just made a little
Yeah.
little album.
Yeah, I think we just were desperate to get something out. We had not a lot of tunes yet, but like a good amount of tunes. Four
It was
tunes.
4 tunes.
4 tunes that we could do. And so we went in there with, I believe, Jonathan.
It was
recorded
Jonathan.
that.
Yeah, it was Jonathan
Our
Golly.
friend Jonathan Golly came in with his beautiful mics and recorded that, and just got some cameras, made some demo footage, and put it out on streaming for the world to see. Funny enough, I was coming down with COVID during the session.
Oh yeah.
Didn't know it until I got home, and then felt like garbage. But yeah, that was
Yeah, that was right before
really weird.
Thanksgiving. So
Yeah.
so Rowan and I actually spent Thanksgiving together with COVID
Yeah.
because we couldn't go home to our families that
Yeah.
year.
Brutal.
Worth it though. That project was fun. I guess.
Well, the COVID didn't come from the project, but yes.
True.
We were all masked, and it was like we
Yeah.
were being safe at the. We were trying to be our safest,
Yeah.
but you know,
Yeah.
stuff happens.
Fair enough.
Pandemic do that.
That I do. I want to give you guys an opportunity to potentially play some more songs for us if you'd like. I know you've prepared a whole bunch, so
Sure.
I'm gonna let you guys take
I'm just gonna play.
over.
Well,
You guys want to introduce this one at all, or just
Yeah.
rip right into it?
I'll say something.
Sure.
This song is called Falling Away. It's on our most recent EP, 21st Century Pagan. And, yeah, it's a sweet little ditty.
Thanks.
Now.
You made that one, man. You made that one.
Congratulations, you guys have passed the scooter exam. With flying colors. Everybody saw him in the
They get a
frame.
shot of
Yeah,
How-
the first half.
Directly at the mic.
Ridiculous. He's a lively one. That was a lovely song as well. What was it called?
Falling Away.
Falling Away, and that's off the
That's our most recent
21st
EP.
Century Pagan. Yes. Really like that one, actually. It's got a lot of rhythmic components, and I feel like the way you guys sort of like sometimes make room for like Gerald, sometimes like make room for the bass. Your name is the bass now, by the way.
Yeah, that's usually my
That's
name.
not
We refer to him internally like that.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It really, it's a hallmark of good songwriting in general. That like it's not always busy. There's room for everybody to kind of interact, and that kind of brings me to my next question: is like, what does the songwriting process look like for you guys? Does some person come forward with like an idea, and everybody kind of builds around that? Is it usually one person? Do you guys do it in a studio? Do you guys do it over email? Do you guys do it on Slack?
I would say for that song in particular, that was probably one of our most collaborative songs. Like that was an idea that I'd come up with. I'd come up with an original guitar part, showed it to Asha, and we made a melody, and then it sat for a while, and then I brought it to the band, and then the band was like, "We like all those parts, but they're in the wrong order, and we should do them like this." So that's kind of a way that we've written songs in the past.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
It's like Chris's song Akira. Sometimes a band member will just have pretty much a full song and they'll bring it to us and we'll just flesh it out.
Because I remember with that one, you brought it to us and we were learning it, but even in that process, I remember you and a whiteboard just like, okay, try it like this, and then we'd play it. And
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah,
It was very much so you kind of like conducting and arranging everything and
A little
us
bit
being a little
less
bit of the
minute.
guinea pig, but it worked.
Yeah, that one in particular, I think I just had to decide on like chord names really as a way, because like I was playing it a certain way, but it's like I wasn't playing it with a bass note in mind necessarily, and then it was like, okay, well what do I want underneath what my right hand is doing? Anyway, yeah, I'd say most of them it kind of starts with a nugget though, like some singular person kind of comes with like a nugget of idea, and it might be a full song, it might be just like chords, and then everybody writes their own parts on pretty much everything. I think it's pretty rare that we have something specific for somebody to do.
Yeah,
maybe besides Asha.
We have
Gets stuck
ideas
with
of
our
what
lyrics,
people
I
can
guess.
do.
Yeah.
Like, we'll say maybe like a simple bass part in this one, or like you're just playing chords and things like that. We have one song where you just do ooze. Forget Me Not. Like you only sing ooze. Like,
Me too, Jake.
Loves nuggets.
But Asha's also, I think Asha's written like 3 full songs that we've fleshed out as a band, and that's honestly like
3 or 4.
one of the most fulfilling for at least me, is like taking like a song that Asha does acoustically just by herself and it's amazing, and then turning it into a giant 5-piece band recording.
Yeah, thank you. And that can also be really complicated because I can play guitar, but like I never took a class. I just strictly do it by sound and like by what I'm looking at. So when I'm like trying to tell them what I'm like, this is what it sounds like. Can you please write it down?
I mean,
So
we could play some that she did.
Do you guys want to play another one for us?
You want to do some Rose Everything?
Rose everything.
Can we play 2 for you? Like just right into each other?
We're about halfway through right now, so you guys have plenty of time to play as much as you want.
Sounds
Cool.
good.
Yeah, they
Let's
kind
do
of
it.
flow.
That sound okay?
Yes.
We'll just let it flow.
Yeah.
We can always call out stuff later.
That's it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
a surprising one.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can tell when a song's about to end, but you caught me a little off guard. You guys sound amazing though. Wow. That was 2 songs, right?
Yeah, we like to play them like that.
Yeah, little back-to-back sort of feature. Definitely sounds like they belong together. Some of those runs are crazy.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank
are you a soprano?
I
right?
am.
Yeah, for sure.
A high soprano.
That makes sense.
Artura specifically. Whatever, you asked.
I did. What is the highest note you could sing for the audience?
Just about. Oh, I don't know if I can
Right
get up there right now. I'd have to.
You just
my highest note
academically
is-
speaking.
Well, I'll tell you, my
Theoretically.
highest note is like a high E. Up an
What's
octave.
that on the-
Up an octave? I can't go up an octave.
That's just about my highest note.
Brutal.
And right now maybe I could get close to it, but I don't know if you want to hear that.
I don't think I would want to hear it out of context, but
It's pretty
you know, if you guys want to
Quick,
put it in a
start
song,
playing an opera.
let it rip. That's really good though. I mean,
Thank you.
I feel like you guys gel really well together, and all the sounds that
Thank you.
that kind of hold things as glue are here as components. So nice.
That's-
nice
That's
work.
really good to hear because when you asked earlier, like, how do we come up with music and everything, we really do just, like, see what people come up with and see if it feels right, if it sounds good. So that's why it's been really hard for us to, like, keep us to one genre when people ask, like, what kind of music do we play?
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard. I can never give one thing. I have to, like, give, like, 3 different things and say it's kind of a blend, and then sometimes it's more like this one, and so it's good to hear that, like, on the outside it's working out.
Yeah, it totally is. And, you know, there's a bit of a challenge sometimes integrating, like, soprano voice into, like, generally,
For sure.
like, a full instrumentation like this, because it does go just, like, all the way up there. But you guys do a really nice job of both making Asha, giving Asha, like, that support that she needs, but also kind of not making it sound like it's just in the stratosphere, which is kind of where it is sometimes. It's cool to
yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think having a singer that can go into the stratosphere, it makes our lives easier because at least we know that we have the option where we don't, like, the 4 of us do not have to compete for range at all. We can occupy, like, a massive brick of tone and somehow she fits in on top.
Right, yeah. That's fair. I hadn't even really thought about it like that, but that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, I like it this way.
Yeah, it's like a piccolo.
Yeah.
You just like, you're gonna hear it, it's fine.
Yeah.
A little
You're
piccolo.
a little piccolo.
Piccolo.
I do think it kind of took us a while to like figure out how to not step on each other's toes a little bit, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
when we first started playing in Gerald's garage, I don't think we were listening to each other as much as we do now. Kind
We
of.
were in a garage.
Yeah, we
I mean,
have a garage.
It was
It's
rough, too.
hey, we had big speakers, but still,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
Well, that knew, like, it was a college band, and most of us come from the College of Music. Like, when we started, we kind of sucked at music, and then by the time we graduated, there had been a massive amount of growth for all of us.
Yeah.
and that helped too.
That does tend to happen when you're focusing on music full time.
It do.
You know, you guys were mentioning genre, and I think I'm not going to ask you guys what genre you guys consider yourselves, but
Please don't.
some of the questions I like to ask around that are, you know, who do you guys find are your inspirations? Who is it that you like to listen to? And who is it that you would love to open for?
Oh, I know that.
Oh, wow.
I know that in a
You guys
heartbeat.
can all
We're
answer
gonna
this
have
individually or as a
1,000
group.
different answers too.
We should definitely open for Caroline Rose.
Okay.
You would, yeah,
I'm a
you
little
would say
biased, but yeah.
I am a little biased because I'm in love with her, but
If she's watching,
she's watching.
Yeah.
Hit me up. No. But yeah, I think some of my influences were just playing with Jack for so long, and like we studied a lot of Tool and a lot of like progressive metal, so like we got like really tight together, and so like I'm really inspired by like guitarists and bassists who are very tight together, like John Frusciante and Flea. Like those are some of my big influences.
I don't know. So many. For this band though, I think the Britney record that you showed me, Britney
Right.
Howard,
Oh, yeah.
her record Jamie. Holy shit. That was one that I felt my like at least in terms of my contribution to the tone, trying to bring that in. That and Zeppelin, a lot of Zeppelin, because I was realizing like, okay, this band has a really powerful tone and a mean ass vocalist. We can pull off that kind of in your face, bitey thing.
Angry.
Angry, but in like a
Enraged vocalist.
In a melodic
metal.
way.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
All tasteful. All tasteful.
Zeppelin's been a huge inspo for me for this band. That's what I try to draw a lot of, just little characteristics from them and bring it to our group. So that's the one that I think about a lot. Were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I seem to remember when we finally got this roster together that we were all listening to a lot of Crumb.
Yes.
That is
Wow, I would
thank you
definitely
for saying
say
that.
a lot of the parts that I've written have come from Crumb with this
Dude,
from
I
Peaches.
never listened to Crumb.
I'll put
No,
that.
just do.
We'll fix that.
Yeah, we should
We'll fix
definitely
that.
Oh
fix
my
Yeah,
god.
really sad, bro.
You,
That-
by
that's definitely-
extension,
wow.
you have
Yes.
because of us.
I bet.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to
Hey,
Chrome.
no conversations in
That, all I was gonna say is
That's
I haven't even
fantastic.
thought about it, but yeah, totally. I mean, in terms of like keys playing and everything, like oh my god, I only wish I could play like the people in Chrome. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Especially when it comes to this band, I guess like if you go listen to Akira, it's very like jazzy, and I was listening to a lot of like Herbie Hancock and Miles Davis at the time. I think I was really obsessed with Kind of Blue in like 2018.
Great album.
You know, yeah, can you blame me? I think that's kind of what I bring, I suppose. Love me some Zeppelin too, though.
Can I interject real quick?
No.
We had
Sorry.
we had a pianist for a little while named Eli come and join us when he wasn't around for a little bit, and then we just integrated him into part of our band, and he actually helped us on our most recent EP.
True.
Yeah.
And he is by far the best jazz pianist I've ever met.
Yeah.
Any of us have ever met.
Definitely.
And so this
I
last
think I've met him too. He's a savage.
Yeah,
Shout
so
out, shout out Eli Baumgarten.
yeah,
Love you, brother.
love you. And so after working on these three songs in particular, like 21st Century Pagan, Falling Away, and Changing Shape, he added such a jazz and just kind of, I don't know, he added something to that record that cannot be reproduced.
Yeah.
True.
So
True.
he added a certain sort of magic that we.
He's got this like he knows jazz, but he's not one of these guys trying to sound like Oscar Peterson right now. I like honestly I don't know what he's shedding right now, but a lot of it is like movies and Hans Zimmer soundtrack kind of stuff. So he can use jazz knowledge to get just this huge sound, which you then put in with this thing already. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
Interesting. So before we've got about 10 minutes left.
Okay.
Wow.
I know it goes by so quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I wanted to mention to the audience that if you guys have any questions for the band, we do have the monitor up and we can read the chat. So feel free to shoot them a hello, or we love you, or you guys sound great, or
you hate us.
you hate us.
Or roast.
Yeah.
Feel free to
Roast
roast
us.
as well.
We'll
Yeah.
take that.
Could be kind of funny.
Usually I say yeehaws in the chat for Lady Romeo. I feel like if you use the yeehaw emoji with the little cowboy hat, that's also acceptable.
Yeehaws in the chat.
Yeehaws in the
Absolutely.
chat.
Please. Yeah.
Dude,
Yes,
more
you guys
EVOs in
want.
real life. Are you kidding me?
But I have definitely one question I need to ask before we. You guys want to play another one, by the way?
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
got
we got one.
time for
Yeah,
one more,
one more.
for sure. But who is Lisa?
Great
I have to know.
So we wrote this song,
Yellow Room 2.
Yellow Room and Yellow Room 2, but we wrote this song, and oftentimes after we would have band practice, we would go over to Good Times, which was really close to my house, and when we were there, we were all singing, we had written this part of the song, or we had written the chorus, we had written that, and Jack realized that it was the melody that we were singing or something like that was like fit over that progression. You're the one who figured it out.
Really? Yeah, they were probably playing it, and then Gerald was like all over The Simpsons at the time, and he's like, "Look at this clip! Look at this really funny thing with
And
like
it's-
Michael Jackson."
It's Michael
right?
Jackson.
Yeah, on The Simpsons.
Yeah, Bart
Yeah.
breaks Michael Jackson out of a mental institution, and then has him write a song for Lisa for Lisa's birthday. And it's Lisa, it's your birthday.
Hey.
Happy
God.
birthday, Lisa. It's a great, honestly, it's a great. And I go, yeah, I know, it's great. But so we found out that it fits perfectly over that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we put it on there, and if anyone knows The Simpsons, then
It's a little treat.
it's a little treat. And
Scooter loves The Simpsons.
yeah, I'm
obviously.
glad. But yeah, so it was just kind of like an after band realization that we've just never gotten rid of, and we're we're really unashamed of it. And when it was your birthday, we say if it's anyone's birthday, we'll sing it for them. Like at our first house show, it was
I
my
thought you guys
birthday.
had been making that up on the spot. I felt like so special. And now it's
Sorry.
stolen away from me.
Sorry.
Just kidding.
I mean, we've never done that before, ever.
Yeah,
It was
of course.
glorious.
No, but thank you guys so much for that. That really made my birthday special that
Aw.
day. And yeah, Enigma Room was a great venue for you guys to play. And you guys are going to be playing soon again, May 5th at Vision Quest.
Yeah. West Brewing,
Absolutely.
Yep.
East Boulder.
And then after that, you guys will be May 20th at Upslope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're
That
opening the
festival.
Upslope Get Down. We're gonna
Yeah.
yeah.
We're either opening or we're at the end.
We're at a different stage and we're opening it.
Okay, dope. Then that's
Great.
what it is.
What time do you guys play?
We play like 2 to 3, I think. I'll double check that, but it's in the evening.
And is that the
Or it's in
Lehigh
the
location or
afternoon.
the one down here?
It's the one over at Flatiron, over near
Okay.
Flatiron.
Yeah, Lee Hill location.
Not Lee Hill location. It's not the Lee Hill. It's
Oh,
it's
okay.
the Flatiron Circle location.
Gotcha. That's the one that's really close to the studio.
Yeah.
The studio. Cool. Well, I think we're gonna let you guys play another song here, and maybe we'll have time for a couple more questions. Feel free to introduce it if you'd like.
Hey again.
There you go.
All right. This song is called 21st Century Pagan. The same name as our most recent EP. This song was Rowan's song, and then he brought this baby to us, and we all worked on it too. So let's
Now
get
we bring it
rocking.
to you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
song if I've ever heard
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Rubber song.
Bravo.
Mhm.
Cool little drum solos happening the whole time, basically.
The whole time.
The whole
Like,
time.
It's just one big drum solo. People love it.
Yes.
Just like weird rhythms.
Yeah.
Really weird rhythms.
Yeah, and you guys kind of like back each other up during that whole thing too. Just that
It works.
upbeat feeling. Just
Yeah, it was a fun song to learn.
Yeah.
And put together.
good.
For
Yeah.
sure.
For sure.
heck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you guys again for
Yeah.
coming to the Pink Sofa.
Thanks
You
for
guys
having
were
us.
awesome.
Yeah.
Really
thank you.
appreciate having guests like you and just an incredible performance that you've given us. Thank you to the audience as well. I think we've got everything pretty much wrapped up here, and we definitely had a great time with you guys,
Yeah.
Scooter included.
Absolutely.
Once again, you're going to be playing May 5th, Vision
May
Quest,
5th at Vision Quest.
May
May 20th
20th,
at
Upslope.
Upslope Get Down.
and then apparently also
June 15th at
Lost Lake
Lounge, and then July 7th
Summer.
there you go.
at the Velvet Elk.
Big
And
summer.
then one more at the end of July as well.
Yeah, number 38.
Yeehaw.
I see a yeehaw.
I see a yeehaw.
Yeehaw! Alright.
Yeehaw.
Follow us on Instagram at Lady Romeo the band. We post most of our stuff there.
There you go. And any other shout outs you guys want to give before we sign off here?
Another shout out to Eli Baumgarten.
Yeah.
True.
Love you, brother.
Love you, brother.
Shout out to Scooter for being the best background singer and the only background singer that we have ever had.
Well, he's like my tip. Yeah, and thank you, Pedro, for having us.
Yeah,
we really
thank you,
loved,
Pedro.
we
Thanks so
loved
much
this.
for
This
having
was really special.
Yeah.
Yes, you too.
Thank you guys for being here, and this has been Pink Sofa.
Big
Have a great evening, everyone.